Welcome to this edition of Weekly Digest, your window to the policies, programs, and people driving progress in Guyana. We follow ministers of government as they move the administration's agenda forward, one step, one story, and one community at a time. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa was on the Essequibo coast this Tuesday, meeting with rice farmers facing delays at mills. He assured them that the Ministry of Agriculture, through the Guyana Rice Development Board, is taking active steps to address the issue of paddy spoilage, a serious matter concerning the farming community. On Friday, at a dream-realized housing drive in Berbice, the government announced that a minimum of 1,500 house lots will be allocated in the new housing areas across the East Berbice quarantine region in just 2 days. The new allocation will add to the 4,545 house lots already allocated since the government took office in 2020.
But you also must understand, too, that you have a government that is people-centered and is committed to ensuring that we make the lives of all its citizens better.
On Wednesday evening, doctors from across Guyana gathered at the Pegasus Corporate Suites in Kingston for a continuing medical education session. The event, hosted by the Ministry of Health and the Human Organ and Tissue Transplant Agency, welcomed a high-level delegation from India's Apollo Hospitals group. Leading the team was Professor Anupam Sibal, a globally respected pediatric gastroenterologist and Apollo's group medical director. He is here for strategic talks with health officials, discussions that could shape the future of Guyana's healthcare system. While in the Middle East for the EarthNest Summit for a Sustainable Future hosted by Qatar Foundation, Minister Sonia Parag engaged with the Guyanese diaspora in the capital Doha, sharing a detailed update on the sweeping transformational developments underway across Guyana. The government has commissioned 45 new bridges valued at over $7.7 billion, linking Lethem in Region 9 to Linden in Region 10. The massive infrastructure boost is set to significantly enhance connectivity and drive economic growth along the corridor. The bridges were officially opened last Saturday by Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips and Public Works Minister Bishop Juan Edgel.
I want to say to you that ours is a government that is big, that is serious about development. And not just only about development, about bridging that development divide that existed before we assume office between the coastland and the hinterland. We've made it clear that everything that is happening development-wise on the coastland must also happen in the hinterland.
Guyana had a strong voice at United Nations this week. A joint delegation from the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs and the National Two-House Council represented the country at the 24th session of the UN Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. The team was led by Minister Pauline Sukai, who highlighted Guyana's ongoing efforts to uplift and partner with its indigenous peoples. There was joy and celebration in Kotoka Region 9 as residents welcomed the commissioning of their very first secondary school. The newly opened facility, inaugurated by His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali, will also serve the students from the nearby community of Semini. Minister of Education Priyamanik Chand attended the ceremony and shared this vision.
Your primary school now has the Guyana Learning Channel, which has a television set, solar panel, and cable. Do you know that? So that your children can learn the same way our children in Georgetown are learning.
Also in education, the ministry opened its 16th biennial National STEAM Fair at the Arthur Chung Conference Center. The 3-day event celebrates science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, all tied to the theme, Innovative Solutions Through STEAM for Sustainable Development in Guyana. Students from all 11 education districts were provided an opportunity to showcase their projects, sparking imagination and solutions for a better tomorrow.
This here that you'll see over the next 3 days, and I'm inviting you as parents to bring out your children. You're on holiday. They are on holiday. There's no reason why you should not bring out your children over this 2-day period to go through the various experiments and the various pieces of work that are coming from across the country. I invite you as parents to bring your children out and have them experience this.
Earlier in the week, Dr. Vindya Prasad met with the women's groups in Region 5 at the RDC boardroom. They discussed ways to build independence and improve livelihoods through the ministry-led programs like WIN, the Women's Innovation and Investment Network. It's part of a wider effort to empower women to shape their futures and drive local development. Dr. Prasad was in Tushan on Thursday, standing in solidarity with the family grappling with the tragic death of Adriana Young, an 11-year-old child. The girl's lifeless body was pulled from a swimming pool of a hotel in Tushan and is the subject of an ongoing police investigation. Later that day, Minister Vindya visited the relatives of the 3 La Cruz women who were fatally shot by Parmanand Ramdial, one of the daughter's estranged husband. Dr. Prasad offered her support to the family and community during this deeply painful time. This has brought us to the end of this week's edition of the Weekly Digest. For this and other government information, do visit us at dpi.gov.gy and follow us across our social media platforms.